Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we'll be talking something very important, and it's about a video that I saw that really caught my attention about a Hispanic man who actually told the story of what the mother told him. And when he first came to United States, he actually couldn't speak good English and all that. But the mother actually told him not to mix up with black people. And he told a story about how he had a bike, and a black young boy wanted to borrow the bike to run an errand, but he refused because he always had blade in his pocket, because the mother had already told him to be very, very beware of black people. And for him, that beware of black people has already clouded his mindset and all that, all he thinks of, or is like, he thinks about black people in a negative way and all that. And somebody was like, you are the bad person, not even the black people, because your mindset on black people were already very dirty. And his mindset was poisoned by his mother. Not until I think he wanted to, there was a time, he was like wanted to, like a black girl, but the first thing that came to him, how am I supposed to tell my mother that I am talking to a black woman? You know what? Racism starts. Let's get into this video.
I was born in Mexico, but when I first came to this country, literally the people that I was warned from was black people from the get-go. Before I even learned to speak English, I was told to be careful with black people. Don't hang around them. They'll beat you up. They'll do this. They'll steal from you. All of the negative things that you could attach to a people, that's the first thing they told me when I came to this country is be careful with black people. It wasn't be careful with white folks. It wasn't be careful with the Asians. Nobody. Just be careful with the black people. When I was 10 years old, I had a little blade in my pocket. I carried it around at 10. You know what it is. And when I was coming from school, I used to ride my bike to school and from school. One day when I was coming home, nobody was home. My mom was at work. And I was going to come home alone, as I always did. So as I went inside of the gate and was going to lock my bike in the front, a black kid came around. He's probably like 11 or 12. And he asked to borrow my bike. As soon as he asked to borrow my bike, I immediately knew that he was trying to steal it. Although it's possible that that's not the case, but I knew. I was 100% sure. There you go. I was 100% sure that this black kid is going to want to steal my bike. I knew this. I knew it because I was educated to be careful with these people. So when he asked for the bike, I said, what do you need the bike for? My mom sent me to go grocery shopping, and it's too far. I don't really want to walk. And I said, well, I'm not allowed to let nobody borrow my bike, though. Now, before I continue with the story, I will be completely honest. If it would have been a white kid that asked me for my bike, I would have let him borrow it. But I didn't let him borrow it because it was a black kid. Because I know what it is with these people, So when he asked again, please let me borrow it, please. I'll bring it right back. I reached in my pocket and grab my blade, because to me he was working his way to snatching it, because if I keep saying no, he's gonna say, well, then I'm gonna take it. Although this is not necessarily so, but I knew that this was so because he's black. You understand? So I was sweating bullets. My palms were sweating because I was about to pull this thing out and start the shanking. And I was scared to do it, but I knew I was going to, because he ain't stealing my bike.
And you were 10.
I was 10 years old. Right? So
you were more dangerous than he was, but you were thinking that he was the dangerous one.
There you go. There you go. Thank you for saying that. That's the truth. I was a 10-year-old kid with a switchblade in my pocket, ready to shank. Ready to shank.
Because you thought he was the danger.
But because he's black, he's dangerous by default, right? So I'm so grateful that when I said, no, my mom's going to come out and she's going to yell at you if you don't run. So, okay, I'm just going to go then. Now, of course, in retrospect, I'm like, man, look at what happened to us, right? Look how bad black people have been demonized. So much so that a kid that I see every day, because he lives in my neighborhood, man, that I see every day, he lives right there. I didn't let him borrow it. He comes around and plays soccer with us. And all of these friends that I played with, they could have asked me for my bike and I would have let him borrow it. Just not him, because he's a black kid. As I was telling somebody else the other day on here, when I was 17 years old and I was in high school, and the first time that I caught a black girl like eyeing me because she was checking me out, and she came and sat by me in art class and started, trying to get at me, and I caught myself checking her out, the first thing I thought was, how am I going to tell my mom that I'm dating a black girl? Would I have said this if it was a white girl? Absolutely not. Because I already had white girlfriends that my mom mad, she was so happy. But the first thing that came to my mind when I caught myself checking out this black girl that was trying to get at me, the first thing I thought was, what is my mom going to say about seeing her son with this really dark-skinned girl?
I am so sad right now, but I am trying so hard to be strong to talk about this because the media has really dealt with us, not just the media, and then the people that are also supposed to have our back do not have our back. Most times, racism is taught. I mean, this was what the parent or the mother told him, and he is acting on it, you know? And you can imagine having this kind of mindset from a younger age. You know, it takes a whole lot to educate yourself more, especially when you might have learned something when you are younger, right? So to them, black people are dangerous. But the palm colored and the Asians are okay. They are okay, you know? And that boils down to what the media has been telling us all these years. I am so happy that a lot of people are learning. People that are from my own side are learning so much how the media really, really, really destroyed us, how the media destroyed our unity, how the media destroyed us from coming together. But I think it is not late. We can still do it. We can still come together as one. We can still unite as one and fight what is fighting us. Because all these years, I don't know, but there is something I am going to say that, the love Africans have for black people is something I do not know how to describe, because I know most of them grew up into Black American music, Black American movies, Black American Christian songs, and a lot of it. And you see most of them, I mean, it was what African Americans do, they want to do it like most of the big artists. You see them looking like most of the artists, African American artists. They're really connected to the roots right from time. Because I remember, everybody want to be Eve, everybody want to be Wyclef John, and the rest of everybody want to be Cisco. Everybody wants to be Nelly, Kelly, P Diddy, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent. Wait, were there any? Even it was more like we actually did not know a lot of palm-colored artists. The ones Africans were able to find out, were able to probably listen to, were the ones that grew up African Americans platform, like Eminem and the rest of them. I don't know why I deviated, but please come along with me. The media tried so hard, but I am happy that we are learning. We are understanding better. It's just like what is going on in Palestine. The media has always been lying to us that Palestinians were the bad people. We never knew, not until everything is happening right in front of us. Now everything is happening right in front of us, and we can see the clear handwriting on the wall. So you can imagine this young man's mother teaching him not to trust or not to ever got anything to do with black people. It really sucks. It really sucks that the people that we thought that we are supposed to be one, people that we thought that they are supposed to be by our side, we are supposed to go through this together, and like you all say, black people do not have allies, but yeah, are the ones working overtime, doing so much to make black people look bad. And eventually he found out that black people were the best humans, because I remember there was a story he told, but he never told, like, this is a new video from him. But trust me, we all can do better. If you are Hispanic watching this video, if you are white watching this video, if you are Asian watching this video, I am trying to tell you that we all can do better. And the fact that you are having so much prejudice against black people does not mean that white people are going to see you as their own. Not until we are ready to come together and fight what is fighting us. Trust me, we are never going to get it right. We just have to drop down all that negative mindset that we have, all that racist ideology that we have been pushing towards black people, and get ready to fight. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.